Hello and welcome to Karina's Improv Kitchen. I thought I would come through and show everybody and myself how to make some really quick and easy chicken broth. Like everything, it happens in stages. And rather than taking the bones, putting them in the pot, and creating broth that way with H2O, I'm going to take it a few steps back and start with a whole chicken. And I love putting the chicken in the crock pot because it gets so moist. And you can do many things with moist chicken that just falls off the bone. So maybe I'll make some enchiladas, or maybe I'll make some chicken salad, or maybe I'll just shred it and make some wraps with some collard greens or something. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. So I have basic stuff, delicious pastured chicken. Aren't you precious? Precious, precious love. Precious, precious love. Precious, precious love. It's important to love the chicken. She feels it. And then over here in the molcajete, aka pestle and mortar, I have some garlic, some cumin, and some coriander. I'm gonna create a paste out of this. I'm gonna rub this paste on this girl to give her a smidge of flavor. Some of it's gonna come off in the crock pot with the moisture and such, but sorry doing this by myself. And it's okay because the juices that come from making this meal in the crock pot are going to provide a nice boost for when I add water after I debone the chicken and stuff later. Excuse me. So it's all for the greater good. Back to the drawing board here. We've got super basic, a quarter of a red onion, some fresh peppercorns, a couple of bay leaves, and of course I'm gonna work it out with some Portuguese flor de sal, some salt. Very basics, you know, it doesn't take much really. If you have clean local food, I am learning that it is vital to flavor and nutritional benefit. So here we have it: a chicken, a couple of dried herbs and such, garlic, a quarter of an onion, peppercorns, and some bay leaves in the crock pot. I'm gonna put it on low so it'll cook low and slow, and yeah, we'll see from there. All right, y'all. Change of plans. And apologies for not being able to show you the step-by-step as I'm doing it. But I can't locate the tripod. I must have left it somewhere. So what I've done was, rather than rub that paste of garlic and cumin and coriander that I made, I lifted the skin from this precious love. You see that in there? There's the bay leaf. And then I went inside with that paste and I just massaged it in, flipped her around, did the same thing on her breast cysts. And what I'm going to do is save these organ meats and the neck for the broth moment. When I go in, debone this chicken, take the meat out, put the bones back in, I'm gonna add those organ meats back in there too, so that they can leach out all of the goodness that I will then partake in. So wow, what a cool concept, huh? You can take your pollo, you can do all sorts of magic with it, put it in the crock pot with a smidge of water, and on medium heat, or low rather, low and slow. And that's it. You set it, you forget it, you come back, and the chicken's so moist within hours. You can, of course, let it cool, because unless you have gnarly mega fingers, you're gonna burn your fingertips. But you come back, you debone the chicken, you put the carcass back in there with some fragments of, whichever decides to stay on the bone. You put the gizzards back in with a couple more bay leaves. Right now she's got some bay leaves under her skin on both sides. A couple of bay leaves, and yeah, a load more water. I put it on warm for days. And about the second day, I start to kind of partake and drink a little bit each day. And then throughout the week, it's still on warm, and I'm still enjoying some broth. And so are other people. And it makes a great accompaniment to other meals too. If you're making a meal, or cooking up some lentils, or making some sprouted rice or whatever it is that you do in the kitchen. There is a crock pot full of broth waiting to serve its purpose. So I hope and I'm glad that we get to share these moments. You get in the kitchen and play and yeah, come correct for yourself. All right, cheers, y'all. Peace be with us. You have it, folks. A load of chicken that is ready to be eaten and enjoyed, and some broth in the works. Bon appetit.